To me, at least, it feels like a lot of this rides on the back of the Chen and what he's able to get done. Are there any other standout heroes to you?
Prepare for battle.
I think Na'Vi is pretty straightforward with what they want to do. They kind of just want to farm. And Crystallize, I guess, is going to be playing the Mirana, so stay playing Mirana. Who else needs to make plays? I mean, it really is kind of just the Chen. I mean, the Doom's going to have to be going to the same place that he sees the Chen, he wants to mirror his movements, but that's about it.
Yeah. Well, and we're going to see if they can get down some good wards to get into Vision for it. Lilla's going to take the Infernal Blade first overall. Obviously, you don't want to try and go for, like, taking the creeps right at the start since they're not even going to be there. I don't know if these people are scouted. It does look like Radiant caught a quick sight of the rest of Na'Vi, so they might check this area for the Observer ward. But really, it's just going to be a heavy committal for this bounty rune.
30 seconds to battle.
I like this little wraparound maneuver here from Na'Vi. This is cute.
Do they secure both with this? I don't know if they know about Sashlo here.
They're going to send a hero over to see in a second. Crystallize got level 1 arrow. The other thing you can do is you can actually shoot... you can shoot an arrow just at the bounty rune and scout it out. But yeah, Lilla's going to spot him.
The battle
Give him the punch, arrow coming out, aphotic shield, and they back out.
So it's a 2-2. Normal stuff. No one really gets an edge one way or the other. Anything else interesting?
Sashlo's deep.
They're both going for the lane pull. They don't like... Obviously, he doesn't want to... Oh, he missed the wave. That's even worse. Okay,
that's not great. Oh, got it. He got arrowed. Oh, no. Oh, Abba. They give the kill over to Crystallize.
First blood.
That's what you call an overlaning phase right there.
Oh, no.
I mean, I guess, actually, it isn't because he has Chen.
Right.
But if he didn't have Chen, that was the end of his early game right there, because he missed the wave. Even if you die, like for offlaners, as long as you mess up the creep wave a little bit and you get like the double wave, it's fine because you'll eventually get EXP. Right. But if you miss the wave and you die, it's like, oh Jesus, get me out of this game.
And then he also TP'd, so he's gonna have to walk back to lane. So Yume does get a lot of that experience there. He's almost at level 2, but Abba still sitting at nothing. And they're going to need to figure out an answer. It's actually going to be the Venge playing in the mid lane. They're going to sit a Visage down bottom to try and contend with General, who has gone for Sandstorm level 1, because guess what? No sentry wards.
Yeah, they've done this twice in a row. They pick a hero that they think is good for the game, which was the Visage, but he's not necessarily going to have a good laning phase because he didn't have the last pick. So they give the lane to the hero that they think is better for the game, and they've done that twice now. So they did it with the DP when they swapped the Terrorblade to go mid because they figured the DP might be a bit more instrumental in their victory, and the hero needs like a bit of an easier lane than the Terrorblade because he's got so much base armor. And in this game, they put the Visage bottom because Visage just gets torn up by Sniper in mid because you don't have any armor, and you just get hit by peeps, and then you just want to die, basically.
Right. Well, and you also have this situation now where because the Sand King took Sandstorm level 1, he's not really going to be able to like contest a ton and do a ton of damage. And you have Visage sitting at 7 and 5 with a bunch of denies, which is a nice little win for him in that way. Although looks like General now is going to try and contest the lane a little bit more heavily.
The big thing about this though is that General will not die in this lane. It's like impossible to die. So you get the EXP that you want. He's probably going to have a well-timed Blink Dagger because they see that the support is showing mid. Like the Venge is, or the Bane is here with the Venge. And then top lane, they know that Chen's going to be the one roaming around trying to give this Abba some kind of an easy time. So this is like a very old school way of playing. It's like the 2-2-1. So in this matchup, the offlaner gets a ton.
Yeah, and now you have a rotation in as well. The Chen just got his creep arrowed. And now with LeBron moving in as well, they're going to be able to do a lot of damage. And in fact, throw the Maledict on a Sashlo. Obviously undispellable. And miss Coil the send back, and he'll be able to come back shortly.
If this guy didn't have a Chen, this game would be so hard for him.
Yeah. It's a good hero.
It is. It's really... I love having it on my team because I don't have to play, you know, freaking whack-a-mole with creep waves to have a game.
Right.
I can just have my Chen give me the EXP.
Look Maybe I should start spamming Chen in my pubs.
Just be ready to get flamed a lot if you don't play Chen.
Okay, I'm with you. That's fair. Yume, again, hitting some damage here onto Lil. It's a lot of damage. The Pendants comes afterwards, actually, and Miss Coil almost enough. They take down Lil.
Only the penitent can be forgiven.
I can't believe they actually got him there. I guess it's because, yeah, he went for the 1-0-1 build again, so he doesn't have Scorched Earth. They're going to find a kill in mid, though, on the Bane.
Got peeped.
But yeah, this is a really hard matchup for them, this mid lane.
They're gonna
I mean, I guess the
bring-
Venge is still decent CS.
Oh, if they kill off all these creeps here, the stun, the damage, Dendi in trouble and dead.
Alright.
Okay.
I mean, he definitely stayed way too long, but especially considering the fact that he knew his support wasn't there. So maybe he just wasn't expecting an immediate TP back to the lane bottom too. TP attempt.
Oh,
No
gonna go
way.
down. That was a long TP, it felt like.
Stoke the furnace.
He was just getting chunked because Infernal Blade
Yeah.
and the Thunderclap as well. Thunderclap is 150 damage for 50 mana. That is insane.
God. Yeah, that's nuts. And then you combo that with Infernal Blade. Oh, jeez. Very hard to deal with. Not to mention for a hero that has very little magic resistance once you've hit him a couple times. So, tough stuff to keep our eyes on. I guess that's the other thing that we'll need to sort of think about in this game is how it all ends up working out. Doom gonna eat a creep again. And Lil starting to take some damage. He is falling rather rapidly. They got body blocks as well. A brain sap for the kill.
I just like the idea that he picks the hero specifically to run around and just eat the Chen's creeps. He's done it, what, like 3 times now?
Yeah.
Because every single time he's like, oh, hey, you have a creep? It would be a shame if I were to literally just instantly kill it.
Hey, man. That's what you gotta do. You make the opponent sad. You tilt them into winning.
Yeah, it's not about actually winning the game. It's just making the Chen picker want to not play the game anymore.
It's really a public service, if you think about it. Bane spots out Lil. Magic Missile, minus armor, down to -2, actually. These Bane right clicks are going to hurt. Now they've got the Pendants to follow. Lil dead and gone. Now, can they find any other type of turnaround? They're actually pulling in the creeps a little bit closer. You may start to follow. He is going to die. But they take down the Witch Doctor in turn, and now General trying to run away. They're going to have a Thunderclap back up again in 5 seconds. He has a Burrow Strike if he wants to get out of here, but nice little Sandstorm to make his escape.
What's your counterplay to just going invisible? I guess apparently there isn't one.
Oh, there it is. I got the Sentry Ward down and, well, baited out 100 gold.
Dude, this Bane he's getting fat, dude. He's got 4 kills now. He's almost got Arcane Boots at 6 minutes. This is the dream Bane game.
Bane, not usually. No.
Courier? What?
Dyer's top
Jesus.
Oh, God. And now Visage left alone. Yep, that's a problem. Sashlo ends up going down too, over to the side to crystallize. Things starting to fall apart a little bit there, but the pressure is still coming bottom. Although General, I mean, he's just having a good old time for himself. Do they have another Sentry Ward? They don't have anything.
Dyer's top tower is under attack.
He has Epi, but he's paying it out. He wants someone to TP so he can fight this. He's got 3 Burrow and Epi.
Just outside of range. He's going to pull the creep wave back now, and now, he is going to be so upset about that Burrow Strike. Maybe a turnaround here. They take down the Bane. Can this work out? Yume is going to fall as well. I thought that nobody was going to show up to that one, but they listen to their offlaner, and they get rewarded.
Wow, that was really good because he persuaded one of the cards, so they had a double card wave. That tower was dead 100% if no one TP'd.
Yeah.
And there was not really any reason to let it go. Like, no other lane was being directly pressured. Top is actually pushing in their favor. They did have to make Dendi leave his lane, though, so mid is getting poked a bit, but they stay in the tower, get some kills. Nice move there.
Oh no.
Well, the rest of the Radiant pushing out the other lanes now, and maybe we can see SM start to get things a little bit better into their favor since the Chen birds are out. Lil does have an Invis rune, though, only level 3, but this might be the death of the Visage if he steps too far forward.
By the way, did you say Chen birds?
Yes, I did. Don't worry about it.
I wasn't sure. It's, you know, we're on that tired thing now where we start to like hear things, but
Of course.
Radiant's bottom tower
Oh
is under
god,
attack.
what am I doing?
Oh, this is a very dead Venge. Stun into. Oh, okay,
Radiant's
nice.
middle tower is under attack.
He got the burrow into the arrow. That was a tough one. Can't really get away from that.
They lost one of the Chen birds. See, I did it that time for realsies. But it's going to be an arrow now onto Abba, and he is dead again. Lordy, lordy, Draskell, NaVi is not taking any prisoners here in this one.
Well, the big difference in this game is that they put General on a hero that actually moves around the map and does stuff. And, you know, when NaVi play the game, I often like to see them have General get that type of hero.
Right.
And they're just running that mid right now.
A two-person stun, but they still are able to take down and, well, Bane living for the moment. Maledict is still going to do too much to him, though. And General, in the meantime, he's somehow still able to live through this. They turn it around onto the bench. Oh, God.
Radiant's top tower
Well
is
played
under
indeed.
attack.
They are owning.
Yeah, this is the kind of stuff that I expected on NaVi is, you know, you give General the hero that can make plays happen. You give Crystallize a self-sufficient laner, and then you just go to town. And that's why, like, he enjoys those heroes like Void that typically just have a really good laning phase.
Yeah.
Like, when this guy plays pubs, he plays Void like every other freaking game. It's insane. And he's real good at it. So I like the fact that they've changed their priorities around. You know, they give General the off lane, they don't sack their core player. And you can see, like, the results speak for themselves.
They got Epi here on Sand King, and they've got themselves the dead Visage, I believe, as he is going to fall. They burn through all those stacks of Gravekeeper's Cloak, and that's about Blink Dagger on General at 9.5 minutes.
So yeah, the biggest weakness of the 2-2-1, kind of the style that SM has shown every single game, is that one lane is always going to get farmed that normally would not get farmed, which in this case is the Sand King.
Right.
So because he gets that farm and you have this moving piece in the Chen, if he doesn't do anything and the Sand King gets farmed, the Sand King starts making all these plays across the map, and Chen is not a really fast hero. You know, he needs those creeps, and he needs the ability to set up before he makes something happen, but the movement from NaVi is just too quick. Like, he can't keep up with what's going on right now.
Burrow strike onto Bane, and he doesn't have really anywhere left to go. He's going to try and live with the Brain Sap, but I don't think it was there. Oh, Fiend's Grip. Maybe a turnaround here. They do take down the Mirana, and Bane, somehow living through all of that, does finally fall. And now the Epicenter onto the Vengeful Spirit. The turnaround, he does have a stun to follow this, and they're actually able to make something of this. Navi's starting to fall here, General. Goes Sandstorm, runs away. Unfortunate. They might have been able to find the kill there if they kept chasing.
I don't know. It would have been a really long chase, and there's no guarantee. You know, maybe General gets foggy. He's got max Sandstorm. He's opted out of Caustic like entirely.
Yeah.
So it's a very short cooldown, only 10 seconds.
He just keeps on going in with this thing. No fear at all, and even though he's so freaking low HP. But a rotation coming in now from NaVi. Also should mention that they've gotten about 600 gold from those Visage birds, which are, I believe, back up again now. If they take this fight, it could end up turning south. It depends on if Visage can live through it. So Visage starting to fall. They have the Maledict onto him. The 3% stun, though. Now the swap back in. They've got themselves the sniper. He should fall, but can they find any more afterwards? Did he actually living through this? They don't have enough damage, and the Moonlight Shadow keeps them alive. Now the Doom is out onto... Who'd they Doom? Well, regardless, Chen is dead. And it was the Doom onto the Vengeful Spirit.
Yeah,
It was starting to
the
fall.
Yeah.
3 dead. They lose Dendi, but they take down a lot in turn. These Visage birds are starting to actually get enough. They get the Witch Doctor as well. But NaVi winning another fight and pressuring the tower at least a little bit.
Dire's top tower is under
Yeah,
attack.
that was. I mean, they get a couple of kills out of it, but they don't lose a tier 1. So maybe not like the best trade in the world for NaVi, but they're still kind of feeling themselves. They got a pretty good lead at the moment, and they got a, oh wow, that range. Okay.
They caught him.
Yeah.
Stomp, follow it up. Brain Sap. Ooh.
Deep, all right.
Well, after...
I mean, that's a big kill still. I mean, you're taking out Crystallized, and now you get the tier 1. They're going to force the Glyph here. Oh, Epi is up, though, and they just wasted their Vision spell.
Oh, scary stuff. Burrow strike through. They decide to focus the Visage, who gets Nightmare and Aphotic shielded, and he is still living here. They are turning it now. General gonna start to take some damage, but Sniper has shown up. Oh my god, the damage! It's gonna be so significant, and that's gonna be a dead Vengeful Spirit. They take down the Abba as well. They keep their Visage alive, but they lost a lot.
You know, to be completely honest, I think most of the damage came from the Death Ward there.
Yeah.
Dendi doesn't really have any items yet. He's just got the casual Ring of Health and the Force Staff recipe. So I think he's just going straight for the Pike, which is fine. Or maybe he goes Force into Maelstrom. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, this game is still looking a little bit rough for SM. I'm just wondering what like the Visage's comeback is, because you know picking it into Witch Doctor is a bit brave just because of how good cast can be. If you get caught with your birds on top of you, you just get stun locked. We saw it happen once earlier. And like this is the type of team where you kind of want to be playing from ahead.
Yeah.
And I don't really see that happening. And they also, as they've shown in pretty much every single one of their games, even when they were picking Death Prophet, they really do not care about having wave clear.
Yeah.
They just don't. So they're going to be playing against General in side lanes. You're going to have a Mirana in the side lanes all the time. Those heroes are both hard to kill. You need heavy commitment to be able to take them out. It's an uphill battle for the Radiant team.
And more uphill here. Bane going to be found. The arrow connects. Wow. Hand of God there as well, but it is not going to keep him alive, I do not believe, as the chase. Well, with Visage, actually. Maybe they can make this happen. Keep him alive. And now the rest of the heroes are here as well. They're going to try and push this. Although they're pushing into Epicenter again with Sand King. They're going to look to try and scout him out here, and they do find General. This is a big pickup. Swap back, but the burrow away. Not sure if that swap was necessary, and in fact, the rest of the heroes coming in, they managed to take him down.
That's one of the harder heroes for them to kill too. That's a nice one. They might even be able to go for another tower. General still got 20 seconds left. This is the full force. They got the Chen birds and everything. Get in there. They got an alpha wolf too.
Not to mention Helm of the Dominator on the Abba. You've got all of the 5 manning items that, well, are most critical. Probably a couple others are going to be coming out soon. It's going to be a pipe, or rather a hood done for the Visage, while they trade out for the mid-tier 1.
Yeah, well, a tier 2 and a tier 1 for just a tier 1 and a Sand King kill. So a nice little comeback play there from SM. They still got their work cut out for them though. Like this is the kind of game where you can literally never be happy until you like just crushed it. He's gonna go for a grip.
Lola's moving in as well. They're trying to get this stunned before they're able to break it. Crystallize does manage to get away, but they lose the Doom. Ward's down, getting vision. This one was scouted, I believe. Maybe not, actually. LeBron placed it from the fog. Swap away. They got General again. They've caught this guy. Although, can they do anything else? The Visage Birds do not decide to drop onto him. Is on cooldown still. But they are going to be able to slowly take down these towers. Drums popped. Tower gone. Epicenter. The shockwave! It broke his blink! Oh! Epi down. Do they know about that, though? Did they see it? I think they did.
I think they know. They're pinging Roche like they want to do it. So they definitely saw it, because if you know he has Epi, you do not walk into that pit.
Yeah. Well, it's a 4,000 gold lead.
Though.
That's what's crazy to me about this. 4,000 gold lead. You look at the net worth; it's all inhabited by the Dire, but Radiant are making moves.
To my house.
Yeah, they really want to try to go for this Roche, but it's still kind of hard because of the shrapnel vision and the fact that one just good cast can really ruin a Roshan fight for you.
Yeah.
Look at Lil, man. He's even got a Midas. What a guy.
He's about to show down bottom, and that might give Radiant the confidence to go now for Roche. Although he does have a TP as well, so he might still show up for this. Pendant's down, and it looks like there will not be
this
a
thing's
contention.
dying so fast.
Yeah. So much minus armor. And Aegis now there for the Vengeful Spirit. Where do they go with this?
Radiant's
I think
top
they're
tower
probably
is
going to be
under
put
attack.
like immediately on lane defense. Like this is again what I was talking about with the wave clear, because they just don't have heroes that kill creeps that fast. They're going to be forced around the map a lot, and it can be the Mirana doing it, can be the Sanking doing it. They're just going to give Dendi like the safe farm until he has enough items to feel, you know, good walking across the river. Because for now he doesn't really have to do that. He's got 2 really mobile playmaking type cores to do that.
Yeah. Another sleep here, used onto Witch Doctor, and they have a grip available if they want to use it. Doom is moving in yet again, but the stun's going to be there, and a quick and easy pick off. Bane again, taking that one for
Radiant's
himself.
top tower is under attack.
While
Radiant structures.
Abba's
are
going to
fortified.
live. They're looking for a swap play here. Only level 1, but they do have vision.
Radiant's
Just
top
outside of
tower
range,
has
they're
been
trying to
denied.
catch him, but he is going to juke to the south.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Is he actually going to go for the courier? Oh my god, he's such a man if he does. Alright, nice up.
Thinking about going for this creep wave
Oh,
instead.
he wanted the wave, yeah.
Do they have anything to break TPs? No. No creeps there that have it,
Radiant
rather.
are scanning.
Well, a resummon on the birds, a ping for the tier 3. And meanwhile, bottom lane, the rest of these heroes, they all do have TPs from what it looks like. Rana and Doom coming back now as well. Smoke up from General. Gonna hide in the trees, ready for an epicenter. This time looking for it to not be canceled. There's going to be the epi out. Burrow onto 2. The pipe is still there, making them live though, and the Doom comes out. But again, this is the Aegis Vengeful Spirit. She's coming back in 1 second here, and LeBron. Death Ward just laying in right there to the Abaddon. Not the greatest target in the world. The Root's gonna be there as well. The swap away. That's what you get for taking my kills earlier. As Bane nightmared, Brain Sap still trying to live. But it's not going to be enough, and now instead it's Sashla, who doesn't have his ulti anymore. Going to get hit with that one, and Photic Shield keeps him alive, but not long enough. He pops. And the send back on the rest of these guys as Radiant leave.
I really like that committal from General. Like, a lot of the time you see the pipe popped, and some Sanking players would say, oh, I don't want to go in because they piped. But he understands that as long as they stop this push, because it's an Aegis push, that they're going to feel pretty confident going later into the game. So sure, he had to use a buyback, and to be honest, he may not have even had to use it to defend, but he just wants to commit, because he knows, hey, I'm going to be able to sit in side lanes. I'm not getting the gold buyback penalty.
Right.
And you're just in a situation where, as long as we defend our high ground from this one push, we're going to be able to get the lanes out again. And as long as we don't take a bad fight or get too many people picked off, we can play the lane game as long as we want. And it's going to be real freaking hard for SM to stop it.
Smiles upon me.
Oh, and they've got like all of these big 5-manning items that, you know, are great for trying to push high ground. Like the second pipe going to be coming out for Bane eventually as well. But as you mentioned, you don't really have any of those lane shoving abilities yet, and you've got Sniper with Maelstrom. It's going to be tough, but the tier 2 tower going to be pressured now towards mid. Roche still about 4 minutes before it's even capable of respawning. But are Radiant going to try and push the tempo here?
I think they realize this is their timing. Like, they're really trying to make this Aegis count. And they know that, oh, actually, Epi is back up.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
Could be afraid. Well,
Well,
Sashlo going to get his ultimate popped there again.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
And with that, that was all happening while General just pushed out the other lane. And they took a tier 2 tower for it.
Yeah, he's making as much use of the time as he can. Again, this is, it's not necessarily like the last chance they have, but it's a very good one that they can make some use of it. It looks like they're not gonna push the... I think they should just back, honestly.
Oh, God. That's a lot of damage. Epicenter comes through, though, again, onto 2. They're trying to run away. Resummon on the birds, but they're already almost dropped as they're trying to bring them down. There's a Yule Scepter to turn this one as well. Sniper's still dealing all the damage in the background that he could possibly want. Another burst strike through there. They're not enough healing in the world, and Abba also going to be doomed. They buy back on Chen for the Hand of God. That's not bad. LeBron might have gone too far. This is going to work out for them, though. Navi still streaming forward, and no more Abba ulti means that he might end up going down to this one. Does have a Photic Shield, and that's going to be living for the moment. And General now walking out as well. They're trying to back out. Visage Bird's turn now onto LeBron. He is taking a lot of that damage. Another Burrow strike from General with the Sandstorm, and that might finally be enough as Lil is gonna lose and rather take down that Visage. Oh man.
Yeah, they're gonna lose the Chen too. Crystallize picks him off and the side. Yeah, like I was kind of feeling like they should back just because, you know, you don't have your respawn anymore, and you like they're building a second pipe, which, you know, I get it. That's like the main reason how they're gonna clear out the team fight is like the epicenter and stuff like that. But it feels a bit frantic right now. Like NaVi's lead just keeps getting bigger and bigger every single time they defend. You can see like the items are just falling behind. Like Dendy's towering over the net worth now, 11k. He's got his full Hurricane Pike done, maybe working his way towards a BKB if he even thinks that he needs it.
Yeah.
But this is the point in the game where NaVi are just going to assume full map control. Like they were pushing out side lanes, we saw General top before the push even started, and then they go in, they take this really long fight, they don't get anything out of it, and now they are just 100% on the back foot.
And even though they have all these pipes, I don't even know if that's enough to deal with all of the magical damage that's coming out. Like, you've got Maledict for one, the Mirana Ags, and she's going to have a Blink Dagger now done also. Maelstrom on Sniper, the Shrapnel going, like Scorched Earth. There's just so much magical damage that, I don't know, I feel like they need like BKBs or something, and that's not even really that viable as the chase forward. They want to find somebody. It's a grip onto Lil. The rest of NaVi retreating. They're going to leave one for the Wolves. Get out.
It's a classic 5-man response here. SM's been doing this literally every single game. They just send the 5 heroes down. If you take the fight, you know, they're gonna be there. All of them, pretty much. I mean, I guess that Chen.
You see this here? Are they really gonna go for this? There's no way, right?
This is super YOLO. I think they're more just here for like the information and just creep cutting than anything. Like, look at how confident they are that they just can't die. So like the only wave they need to kill now, because Crystallize is going to cut, is they're going to only have to kill like these 4 melee creeps and the range creep. And then the push is just done, because you won't have a wave anymore.
All the other creep waves are done as well. Yeah, General's not going to be there for the epicenter, but LeBron's in the area. Sniper can be there as well with the Shrapnel. And yeah, SM realized that they're not going to be able to do this, and they back out. They're instead going to try and find Crystallize, but he's behind a tree. And it does manage to TP out. And again, you just can't punish NaVi. They're too slippery.
Yeah, it's the biggest weakness with lineups like this. When you don't pick wave clear or you don't pick catch, right? Like they really don't have either. And that's like, it's not necessarily an all-in lineup. It's just a push lineup, more or less. And that's why, you know, in the previous game when I was saying they kind of needed some catch, I was kind of looking at Clockwork, and, you know, they didn't get their hands on it because it got banned. But that's like the type of situation where you want a hero like that.
Well, they find themselves a Bane. It's about the best you could hope for if you're Radiant as far as heroes to go down. But this is more emblematic of NaVi streaming across the map. All the creep waves are over the river, and now they're going to try and, if they want to, do a little bit of assault on the high ground. But honestly, it doesn't feel like they have to. They can play it safe if they want.
Yeah, there's no rush at all. Like, NaVi are 100% controlling the game. Like, even if they're not like pushing all 3 lanes simultaneously, as long as 2 out of 3 are pushed, it's really difficult for SM to make a move that they're not gonna predict. Like, that's the one thing about like making a comeback with a team like this that just makes you feel overwhelmed, is that you don't have the initiator.
Yeah.
So the only way you're really gonna get a fight is if you just run into towers, which is pretty much what they were trying to do, and that failed. So now it's like, the only other way we're going to get a fight is try to bait a hero on a side lane with a smoke or something, and that's just way too obvious. So your options are just super, super limited.
I mean, it feels as if maybe like the Vengeful Spirit swap is going to be that answer later, but right now still only level 2. They're able to outrange it anyways, and again, that's also predicated upon NaVi like sieging the high ground and putting themselves in a bad position, which doesn't seem like they're interested in doing. And Sniper, you know, you're talking about earlier that he wasn't doing all that much damage. I feel like he's starting to get to that point now and building towards the MKB.
Yeah, he's even gonna... He actually went Shrapnel DPS. I very rarely see snipers take that talent.
Oh, this is big though. Do they decide to go on to Dendy here?
Dude, the sniper's got a DD. The sniper's got a freaking DD. You need to get... Oh, are they actually... They don't even care? Are they gonna go?
And to God, they're showing up. They get to snipe. The Burrow Strike it through onto 2, but They do manage to get the Roche. They're actually taking down General. He's gone. Now the swap. They're trying to take down the sniper. Running away is Dendi. He's going to be able to escape from that initiation. And now they don't have any other controlling mechanisms for him, as the Doom is there onto the Visage, and Witch Doctor is starting to fall low as well. They're actually looking okay in this fight.
That was way better than I expected, honestly. Like, the sniper had a DD, I guess it faded like shortly after he killed the Chen, because the Chen got like 3 shot.
Yeah.
I think if Dendi had his had even like one more item on him, they probably would have been able to just wipe that one. But yeah, I guess they lost their first tier a little bit too fast, and then decided they didn't want to continue to commit for it because they just didn't feel like it was worth it. But another Aegis going to be on the bench. And I assume they're just going to keep doing what they have been, which is walk down the lane and try to force them to do something. But if you look at top and bottom, it's like same stuff every time.
Yeah, I mean, you can think of little things like Chen trying to get these creeps and then going for like pushing out the side lanes with that. But again, he doesn't have the best creeps for it in the world. Really, like multiple Tormentors would be the best pickup. And then also you've got the problem of General set up down here. He's thinking about it. There's no way he kills this match.
He doesn't do enough damage. Yeah. And even if he did, he would probably also die because of Blade Mail.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess that he would have to Blade Mail fast enough, which, you know, who knows if he does or not. But
right.
This is a high-risk, low-reward play. The only thing he really cares about are the creeps.
Yeah. So Chen now. I was kind of expecting him to keep those creeps down their bottom and then just recall them to himself, but he's going to send them mid right now. And it looks like they are deciding this is our wave. Unfortunately, it's their only wave because General is going to be there to cut the second one. They got to get it, and the shrapnel DPS, they got to pipe these creeps. They got to do something to keep them alive.
They got 2 pipes, man. They're going hard right now.
Pipe 2, electric boogaloo. Creeps are falling, swap back. Oh, almost catching a good bit of damage there onto the Witch Doctor, and still they don't have an answer for the sniper. They don't have a swap, they don't have anything. Witch Doctor ulted is down as well. They burn through the Aegis, the epicenter. They're all starting to fall. Oh man, and now Venge left completely alone is gonna fall. They get the Doom down as well, so there's not gonna be any way for this Visage out of here. Has the cheese, but obviously can't use it, and they're all gonna die. Abaddon is just delaying the inevitable. He's not even going to be able to get any type of a kill there onto Dendi. They're all dead. Rascal, it hurts.
Yeah, I think that was pretty much like the GG moment, honestly. Like, after you lose that fight that badly, that I don't really see how they're going to be able to make a comeback. It's just way too much. Like, they can't get to the sniper. They try to go for a swap play, it fails. And then, you know, how are you ever going to go high ground without taking a team fight? Better question, how are you going to get the team fight that you want when you can't control the lanes?
Yeah.
Like, that's the real issue. Is like, Dota is so much about wave clearing that you aren't going to find a profitable engagement. Even if you get a pick or two, who cares if you can't hit a tier 3?
General just standing inside of their base a second ago, daring them to do anything at all, and well, Radiant, a final hurrah. It might be a whimper as this game is looking to maybe close out here. Sniper is standing so far back right now, and the tower is just going to drop. Double catapult wave, why not? The Nightmare combo together with the Magic Missile, not always the most classic of combos. And NaVi looking very, very good in this one, and now Venge might have gone a bit too far. All she wants to do is swap the sniper. But it's not happening. And continuing to just assault these lanes. Arrow hits onto Bane. But they're fine. Wait for the next wave.
Yeah, this is brutal. So hard for them to stop. And the funny part about this is, like, normally you'd have a hero out on the map, like one person, like pushing a side lane. Shachlo is doing it right now. And you would be able to, like, eventually force the enemy team back, because they would have to address like a tier 3 being hit. They can't even do that because any hero that would be good at killing creeps, they need to be there to defend. Like, if the Venge wasn't there, they would probably just kill the tower and the racks without any contention whatsoever.
Look at them go. They're just like, you know what? Screw you guys are talking about. We're going to freaking take this tower if it means our life is over. They're
Dude, they
all
got
running.
3 catapults. Look at the catapult army right now. This is it right here.
All right, going in for it. They've got 4 because they got 1 that's their own creeps. And actually, they do find a stun there on the Dendi, but not going to go for any more. All the catapults hitting with extra attacks because of Curse of Avernus on the back lines, though. They found the Doom onto the Visage, and, well, now the Witch Doctor caught for the moment. Hannah got as well. They might be able to do something, but the damage is so significant. Pops the cheese for the Venge, still living. Actually fairly survivable here, but with the Epicenter out, it might finally be too much. They lose 2 of their cores, the last one running away, and it is going to be NaVi remaining victorious. But they got that freaking tower. GG called.
They got their tier 3. That's a moral victory right there, dude. Take those. That was pretty rough to watch the last couple of pushes because it's so obvious, and you know you're playing in a competitive game and you probably feel it because you know you're a Dota player and you've experienced this type of stuff before when you think, man, we are not going to get this high ground, but you got to go for it because it's literally your only chance.
Yeah.
So yeah, it feels kind of bad because I think that these types of lineups are very, very heavily based in execution. And if you don't get the proper momentum in the early game against what NaVi have, it is